Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome. Today I am having a little look at something that Creative Assembly have been working on called Elysium, which is a card game that is a Total War card game. Um, Really interesting sort of little concept. I'm not really a fan of card games, to be totally honest, but the guys have given me access to this. I'm rather lucky to have got my hands on it. So I thought, hey, we'll give it a try. We'll have a little look, step out of my comfort zone a bit, and I've been quite pleasantly surprised with it. I won't say too much. I will let the video do the talking. Let's get on with it. So this is Elysium, the new card game by Creative Assembly, the chaps behind Total War. As you can tell, it's a Total War card game, which is very historically based. You start off with a deck that is of Cao Cao. He is the Three Kingdoms general of ancient China. He is a very sort of strategic and tactical thinker. So he tends to play better towards the late game and sort of the slowly kind of gameplay. I'm using a different deck though here. I'm using one that I messed around with and I got after fiddling with a couple of matches and landed myself Lagertha, the Angry Viking Shield Maiden, because let's face it, Angry Viking Shield Maidens are a fucking win. I mean, this is a straightforward card game. I'm not a huge card game nut or anything. I've played a couple and I got on with them, I suppose, and that's kind of it. At the beginning of each round, you get to pick 9 cards as your hand, well, your deck, essentially, and you'll draw 1 card each hand. You'll end up having to get and generate supplies to be able to summon your cards to the field. Your supplies get increased with each turn, and so eventually when it comes around to your next round and you're planning out your next hand that you want, you can go for the higher cost units because you'll have the relevant amount of supplies for it. That being said, it plays very well. It plays very straightforward. You have ranged units, depending on whether they're short range or long range. They can either hit 2 lines ahead of them or 3 lines ahead of them. You have units who can be a fast attacker. So generally speaking, you put a unit down, you have to wait a turn before using them, but a fast attacker will be able to attack in that round. You have flanking, so if you place them and the enemy has troops that are in the back row, it will get a nice little arrow around it, which means you can skip the row in front of you and attack the back row, which is always handy. You get cards which have special effects on them, so essentially you can just deal damage to a specific unit, or you can deal damage to everything on the field. You also get cards that increase your attack or defense, but they are structures, so the enemy can remove them, and the AI does seem to be pretty hot on that and tries removing them as quick as possible. But yeah, there's not really a whole much more I can say on it. It is a standard card game with history elements, so if you like that kind of thing, this is definitely worth keeping an eye on. It's currently in very early beta at the moment, from what I can understand, and there's a lot of tinkering going on in the background. A lot of countries will be getting added in sort of as a gradual process to help matchmaking and stuff like that for online games. So at the moment I've only dabbled in the single player. I've not braved trying to take anyone else on who has access to the closed beta, because they'll probably be significantly more versed in card games than I am. So I will leave you now to have a little look at how the rest of the fight goes. I might mash in another fight alongside this one so you guys can have a little look. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy it. Right, so we're going to have a little look at the other menus that I'm allowed to show off, which is basically the deck building, which you're having a look at the moment. You get several reserve decks, which when you unlock a character, it comes as a pre-structured deck, so you can just outright use that, or you can do what I've done, where you can see there's two images of Lagertha. I made my own secondary deck, which combines some of her troops as well as Sows. At the moment, I only have 2 people unlocked, but these are all of the people that you can get so far. I'm not sure if more will get added. I'm pretty sure they will do at some point. I haven't really been told an awful lot about it just yet. We've kind of just been allowed to have a look at it. And yeah, that's basically all I can really say on the deck building side of things. So I'll just let you have a little browse of it, really. Okay, so next is the store, which is where you can buy battle packs using the currency that you get from doing objectives. You get amethysts as well, which you get as well from doing sort of more difficult objectives, from what I can tell. Then you can use them to redeem battle packs, which will give you a certain amount of cards, and also crafting materials. Which what you do with crafting materials is you can actually use enough of them to make certain cards. I haven't really looked too much in depth at that just yet, but it looks quite like a nice little interesting way of doing it. It's clearly that everything is viable without having to pay anything. I don't know if there'll be any microtransactions or what, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have to wait and see sort of as more stuff gets unveiled, really. So yeah, that's about it for everything that I can show with this. To be totally honest, I quite enjoyed fiddling around with it. It's not bad, not a bad card game, given the fact that I don't normally like card games really. But I found this fairly enjoyable, so I'm probably gonna have to dip in and out of it as stuff gets updated, and I'll have to keep you guys up to date with it as well. So yeah, and I think I will wrap it up now. So all in all, yeah, I've quite enjoyed messing around with Elysium. I definitely can recommend people checking it out when it comes around. I know that it's going to be a very phased release throughout the beta stages, and that it's very limited on which countries have access to it just yet. It will be on Android as well as PC, from what I understand. Again, I was very lucky to get the key given to me by Creative Assembly for this, which I'm really, really lucky for. I'm really grateful. And yeah, so if you like seeing this stuff, and if you want to see more Total War stuff, please do let me know, because I will be more than happy to make some more videos and stuff on it, of my own little way of approaching things. The easy route, but the fun route of an army of squigs or something like that. But please feel free to check out my Twitch channel and also my Twitter as well. I'll leave the links below. Yeah, all the usual stuff. If you like it, you like it, and I appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe. Thank you, and I will see you later. Goodbye.